Okay, let me see what hidden dream I can arouse from your opening hearts. This prose will illuminate an audacious plan, for whole systems revolution is my true art. Please tell me if you see what I see, for either have I seen the future, or my optimism is as misguided as our species. Do you see how humankind has been taken hostage by a system of money and power that none of us have chosen? Yet, in the face of all this destruction and deception, we continue to tolerate and to cooperate with this insatiable juggernaut that devours and desecrates all life. I wonder, is this your conscious choice? Yes, changing the world begins with changing ourselves. And maybe it doesn't have to end here. Is mass enlightenment a prerequisite before we can all agree that we are governed by ignorance that feeds on our fears? Can you see how in our resistance and our quest for cultural transformation, we keep playing this corrupted game according to the concocted laws of the system? I want to know who else can see an immensely overlooked possibility, the radical paradigm shift that we can choose to change the rules. For surely you can see how our culture is ruled by money. If most of the people would fully understand the global banking system, there would be a revolution before tomorrow morning. This rat race has been designed with cunning precision. The human race enslaved through money-worshipping mass indoctrination. We can only be kept in cages that we don't see. Inside, it's mental. Outside, it's monetary. Entrapped, divided, and conquered are we by a manufactured illusion of scarcity. So tell me, how far do we allow this all-consuming system to go? How much disdain for our lives and Pachamama must it show before we recognize its relentless exploitation as imperiously calling our bluff? Before we, the people, rise in unison to finally resound, enough is enough. How I long for the day of the real revolutionaries, no longer to be tricked by unscrupulous mercenaries, realizing our unique privilege to co-create a conscious revolution, converging in intentional unification around our abundant wealth of solutions. Yes. Have you been fortunate enough to see the peace-loving and mind-blowing parallel reality? Have you glimpsed the shining spectrum of social change that the mass media strategically ignores? Millions of people of all cultures, colors, and ages, we are being, living, and creating the changes. Thousands of organizations, hundreds of movements, blossoming with enthusiasm, meaning, and fulfillment. Our positivity is flourishing because our world is prolific with new and effective models of economics and politics and countless ecological solutions and social innovations. We have seen the coming world. It's rooted in localization. We are the most creative, diverse, and uplifting movement in the world. Yet, for most of our human family, we remain completely unseen and unheard. Now, can you see the deprivation of vital information imposed by a press that's designed by corporations and suffered by the selectively conditioned and silenced majority in a world that is dying for inspiration and honesty? We who know how another world is possible would do well to share this knowledge more effectively. We who are living the change we want to see would do well to recognize our kindred spirits more clearly. We who are living the change we want to see would do well to recognize the diversity of our kindred spirits more clearly. Within this recognition lies our power to catalyze the shift. Yes, it's our choice to unleash it if and when we wish. If we are indeed the ones we've been waiting for, then please tell me, what on earth are we waiting for? Why do we submissively and meagerly persist to pry our progressive paradigms, priorities, and practices into a solidified, complexified, and undignified establishment of unconsciousness? Can we now expand our vision outside the box of systemic compliance? It is time to unlimit our minds from perceived possibilities, awaken to our capacity to create a new global reality. We are not at a tipping point. United, we are the tipping point. In the fertile yet uncultivated field of our common ground, our metamorphic, latent potential awaits to be found. It is an unfathomable opportunity of epic proportion. Can you fathom our unified power to transition the system? We have been taught that the system is indisputable. We have been conditioned to think it immutable. Now, you are summoned to review this voluntary self-debilitation. Only we can unshackle ourselves from this evolutionary limitation. We talk much of unity, or while we struggle alone to save our little corner of our ailing planetary home from an unlimited economic delusion, fabricating profitable rules, illegalizing conscious lifestyles, and underfunding alternative schools. Or should I say Puppeteering political fools? Honestly, we can do so much better than this. It is time to connect the dots on a planetary scale. Piecemeal policies and protocols ain't gonna cut it, people. Starting today, we can phase out this lifeblood sucker from the root. Peacefully, intelligently, through unity, we reboot. Here's the plan. Through the internet extension of our collective consciousness, we spread a radical idea through the entire human populace to explore the greatest potential of our web-based connection by facilitating the coordination of unified critical mass action. Skillfully using technology, we measure our collective maturity, pooling our understanding, our knowledge, gauging our humility, to transcend ideological differences and opinions of separation as we gather on the worldwide platform of the great unification.org. Thus, our consolidation becomes a beacon for cultural re-education and a medium for spreading the most relevant and practical information about the global renaissance that awaits our entire Earthling population. When we focus our solidarity into an unprecedented, inclusive collaboration. Together is how our diversity and our conscious evolution can soar. Together, we can offer each other the world's biggest gift, to design, to catalyze, and collectively explore the quantum leap of a cultural and systemic shift. We, the people, have the power to end poverty, hunger, and starvation. We have the power to end war, torture, and oppression. We have the power to reclaim our political, economic, and personal sovereignty. And we have the power to restore our Mother Earth's natural beauty. All our grassroots solutions, indigenous knowledge, and cutting-edge innovations are like saplings in the forest, yearning for full maturation, for the big tree falling will expose a new dimension of transformation, having sharpened our small axe with the great unification. Jah Rastafari, The Babylon system consciously dismantled by the people. Let the light in. With wisdom and intelligence now finally at the helm, we are taking human existence to a whole other realm as we steadily sail from fear to love and from corruption to transparency, from competition to cooperation, and from greed to an abundant gift economy. From deforestation to genetic desecration, many of us knew this nightmare all too well. Even though most of us chose ignorant bliss, we've unanimously stopped turning Earth into hell. From Guantanamo to the gulags, to all fellow humans and creatures, if there were any whose suffering was silenced, the common voice of the people has now been heard. We do not tolerate any uninvited physical violence. Now, you may say that I'm a dreamer, yet you know I'm not the only one. We hope that today you will join us so we can all live in Shalom, Salam. And imagine that you don't have to imagine, because it's really a matter of choice. Your decision to take unifying action is realized quite simply through echoing this voice. We are many who are ready for change from all lands and tribes, near and far. Now is the time for us to rise together. Let's see how many love revolutionaries we are. Could it really be this embarrassingly simple? To create the world our hearts know is possible? It's a nothing to lose experiment. We are free to explore. The choice was ours all along, and now it is yours.
Thank you.
So the website is going online pretty soon, but in the meantime, if you're interested in participating in this creative social experiment, global experiment, you can give me your email address. I guess that would be the easiest way, or you can write to greatunification@gmail.com. This is starting now, it's all fresh, but this is a movement of conscious co-creation, of cooperation, of realizing that we already have the solutions, the alternative economic, political models. We have everything we need. All we need is to bring it together. And that's the key ingredient. But to love our human family is also to inform them, and most of the people are completely limited to the commercial corporate media for all their information.
Please,
Thank you.
inform me.
Okay. Okay. That's all I need to share. Thank you. Thank you.